All right, everyone. Hi, we're back. GameHounds, episode 527. We have not started the audio stream yet, not started the actual show because that's what we do on a regular basis. We have Nick. Wait, Nick. We have
Yeah.
Goalie right there. I'm Edie. Hi. So, anything I need to make in notes before we start the show?
Oh,
I played Star Wars Battlefront 2. I got some video of that.
Okay.
Um,
You're going to
Yeah.
cue that up and I'll just add it?
yeah, whenever you want. Yeah, I have my channel open here, so
I can do that.
fire that up whenever we get to what we're playing here.
And I got very little to talk about. Although it might be a bigger conversation. I don't know. Maybe.
what?
I only have very, very little to talk about, just Battlefield 5. And it's not really about the game itself. Well, it is sort of about the game. We'll talk about it.
I definitely have a game to talk about. I have
You
a game
always
to
do.
talk about, and I need to bitch about the British people.
Oh, it's always good to bitch about the British people.
Nick, your stream is terrible. What's going on? Like
Yeah.
your video is bad and your audio
Really?
quality just went down. Like your internet just slowed down.
I don't know. I can try to leave and come back. I can
No,
try
it
to unplug
was-
the other.
No, it's not
No.
unplug anything. This is obviously the data feed. Because not only is your you can see it on your screen, or can you? That you're
No, it-
all grainy and
No, my video feed looks fine.
okay, because it's probably pulling your direct video feed. Yeah.
Oh
you're-
wait, I hear an ad. I hear something playing. Maybe that is. I was trying to watch a Gears Tactics trailer.
Close all of your your tabs, because obviously you have something playing in the background that's eating up data. Sharon says it seems fine to her,
Okay.
but I mean,
Well, she's
go,
looking on it. She's looking at the iPhone though, so it's really small. So,
that
so
might
it'll
be
look
it.
good. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're on a big screen TV.
Okay. I mean, I've closed all the tabs that don't have news.
as long as it's
stuff.
just Nick, it really doesn't matter. He can look like ass. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. I can pop out and come back. See if that resets things.
Yeah, hop out and come back. That might have something to do with your echo.
Oh, the coyote tracks are back, by the way. I saw, they come out of the woods. They went to my neighbor's house, and then they turned right back around and went into the woods again. So, and the other day, the coyote tracks went right in front of my house. That I don't like.
They're
That
just
I don't like.
They're just wild dogs.
Yeah.
Sharon says, "Hi, honey."
Oh, by the way, those cookies that you didn't make, those were delicious.
Oh, you're such an asshole.
Well,
Sharon,
she bought all these ingredients
Don't listen to him.
6 weeks ago. I'm gonna make all these cookies. I got all the ingredients sitting on the table, and they're still sitting on the table with the recipes right next to them. I'm kind of hoping if I put them in a box and shake them, the
She's
cookies will make.
busy. She's got a job. She's got 2 dogs, and she got freaking you. That's a full-time job. And pretty thankless from the sound of it.
Oh. Yes, yes,
Much better, Nick.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. Don't make me twist my mustache. Yes, 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 yes.
All right. Are we ready to do a real show? Hey, it's Wraith. Looks like. So, yeah, Sharon is saying, right. Exactly.
Sharon, can you stop at the grocery store and pick up some cookies on the way home since you're not gonna make them?
Why don't you? Did somebody steal your thumbs? Why don't you make cookies?
Because I'm doing the shoveling and the snow blowing. I will absolutely
man,
make cookies.
I
went
know
to-
what snow blowing is now. It's not that big a deal.
Right.
went
to
So
Cos
she can do it. I'll
Plus
make cookies.
the other
I'll
night.
sit inside.
I was looking for some sort of big family gift, just a big tub of popcorn, something everyone could enjoy. And I'm like, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Caitlin found this and she pointed it out as a joke. A literal yard-long box of cookies.
Oh, and Sharon would like to point out those cookies are presents, not cookies for you.
Yeah, just stop. Stop.
Sharon's such an asshole. Sharon, you are such a saint to put up with
Oh
that, man,
yeah, yeah.
truly.
She's a saint.
You are such a saint
If
to put
you
up
could
with
see
him.
all the unmade cookies on the table, you wouldn't be
They're
calling her a saint.
Christmas presents, they're not for you.
You know, cookie dough is just as good. You should just lick them off. If it's just a dough stacked there, just like.
Or you could just make your own damn cookies.
I'm gonna have
that's
to. I
way
mean,
too
I
much
gotta do
work.
everything myself. The routine here on Sunday morning is that she goes out to breakfast.
Really? She goes alone?
She goes out to breakfast with whoever, and I'm sitting there. And I wake up and I'm, where'd everybody go? Where is everybody?
Not gonna lie, I would totally do
And
that too.
Like I'm gonna pour myself a bowl of old milk and stale cereal.
I do. I'm sitting there eating my
sit here
Cheerios.
and I'm gonna pout. I'm gonna tell you all about it until Saturday next week. And
I'm
then
eating
you
my-
do it
my-
again.
My Cheerios that expired in 2015 and by myself. Yeah, stale. How was your breakfast? Oh, I had the unbelievable omelet. It was awesome.
Nick says, Sharon says, Nick, don't encourage him. I go to my mom's next door. She goes to her mom's next door. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I'm
Every time I
sitting
take
home
a
alone.
spoonful, it's a
my
giant
2015
ball.
Cheerios.
Hey, Golly,
stuck
I think-
together.
I think we finally found that $6 bottle of wine.
In the chat, Sharon says, I invite him all the time and he says it's too cold. Wow.
No, it's because I'm out snow blowing and shoveling. That's
You're
what I'm
such
doing.
a baby.
They're all inside drinking cocoa and having their tea and having their bacon.
You're a saint.
Yeah.
Tea
I
and
don't know
bacon?
how you do it.
Is that what you said? Tea and bacon?
They have tea and hot chocolate and bacon, and they're all sitting there eating and watching me,
That's a
waving
weird-
me from the inside of
Weird
the
third
house,
choice.
waving me. And there I am, snow blowing. I got icicles on my head.
That is kind of cruel. Sitting here waiting.
How's it going? We're having breakfast. I can't.
I'm just gonna wave a big piece of bacon. I'm gonna dip it in my hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll just snow blow you guys out so you guys can go to breakfast, and then I'm gonna go home and have my Cheerios.
All right. Can we start the show, please? All right. We're starting the show. We're going live.
This podcast discusses video games, modern culture, and technology, and these podcasters are big fat potty mouths. If you're younger than 18 or are easily offended, please stop this podcast now. Oh, and your mom says to take out the trash and do your homework.
Mics are hot. Hello and welcome to GameHounds. GameHounds episode 527. We are recording this on Wednesday, December 18th, 2019. I'm Edie Sellers. We have Nick, we have Goalie, and we finally have some news to talk about. How are you guys? We're a week away from Christmas.
Should we start off with a Christmas song?
Do you have one?
I have one.
All right.
You're a mean one, Mr. Nick. You really are a dick. You stuck up to the token chick. You don't even have a shtick, Mr. Nick. You're so cheap, you're going to wait 4 years for the DLC to be free. All right, that's my song.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, that's good.
That was really good, Goalie.
And you know, there was even a moment this past week when I was looking at the DLC for Control that was on sale, and I thought, no, I'll wait.
I'm going to wait till it's free.
I'm going to wait
gonna
4
wait.
years, then it'll be
Yep.
free. Cheap bastard, you.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays of your choice, whichever or none at all. How you guys doing?
It's been weird.
You
We've
know-
had 3 snowstorms here in December before Christmas.
It's been super cold here. I was just remarking to Kevin that it is. We're
I
used to
don't-
getting a few cold days, maybe a week or two. It has been cold ever since it started raining in November, and it has stayed cold. Like it's 40, which for us is cold.
Yep.
It's 40s every night, which I love because I can sleep in it. But it's been terribly cold.
We get the snow. Luckily, in December, we get those 50-degree days, and it all goes away, which is good. But 3 times we've been hit with snow, and now I got it all out there again. It sucks.
Yep. So we have our Spreaker feed. Spreaker feed's got AC Wraith in it. We also have our Facebook and YouTube video streams that are going right now. And by the way, just in case you care, we are the GameHounds. But our Spreaker and video, our Facebook and video and YouTube video feeds, we got AC Wraith in there. We've got Sharon, who we have been talking with about.
Can we call her the Cookie Monster?
The long-suffering Sharon, who has to put up with you.
Oh, she comes out, she puts all the cookies ingredients on the table, and I'm sitting there looking at them like, I come home from work, I'm like, oh man, they got to be made. It's freezing out. It's 11:30. It's dark out. I put her car in the garage so it'll defrost in the morning. I come in, and there the ingredients still sitting there on the table. I'm like, come on.
What's great about having Barbara in the chat, Mrs. Goalie, is because we actually get the other side of the story, which I find hilarious because all of a sudden it puts everything you say into context. And that context is you have your head up your ass.
No. Everyone's lying. You know, it's like you can't put all the ingredients on the table. That's like putting a porno movie on the table. It's like, are we going to watch this or what? Is it just going to sit on the table? Right? Come on.
All right. The context that Sharon gave us, sorry, I was looking at Barbara. The context that Sharon gave us in the chat room is those are Christmas presents, Dave. Goalie, you're not going to get those presents.
Oh,
you're not going to get those cookies. Even if they were made, they would be packaged. You're like a 5-year-old kid who doesn't understand that he can't have all of the presents that mommy and daddy bought for everyone else.
I get some. I mean, I get the burnt ones. Hey, that's what I can't give away. Here you go. She throws it on the ground. I'm like fighting a dog for it.
I imagine she just tosses it in the air, and whoever gets it.
That's right. So why don't we hit the Patreon right off the start here?
Oh, sure, absolutely. We have a Patreon, and the Patreon helps subsidize the video feed. And first off, we have 2 major sponsors. We have Terry fucking oh, my throat's it's a little early for the Don Matrix, so we will have to do the Don Matrix at the end. Terry Sweeten and Terry fucking Sweeten and Michael fucking Underwood, who are sponsoring are the major sponsors, and there are a lot of other sponsors as well, but they have have got the big sponsorships. Thank you very much. But we have our Patreon that helps fund the video feed, and we actually have enough now that it's funding the video feed, and now it's actually helping to offset the cost of the audio feed, which we deeply appreciate, considering that I've been paying for that for 10 years. So
yeah,
I don't even want to add up what I've spent.
It's not a ton because I do it for the Digital to Dice podcast, so I bought a year's worth of that, and it's when you do the first year, maybe the second, but after that it's like, oh boy, yeah, it's like
right.
it'd be nice even if someone sent me $20 to cover some of that,
right after like the 3rd or 4th year, you're definitely into 4 figures. So I'm well past 4 figures on this, not even including the travel and stuff that we have to do. But beyond that, thank you. And our Patreon is patreon.com/GameHounds. We only ask $1 a month, and only just starting now. So if you dollar cost average it over the we're about to hit our 12th year, guys.
Wow, 12 teen.
12 teen. So if you dollar cost average
Almost a teenager.
12 years worth of podcasts, and then everything going forward actually comes down to micro pennies. So we would appreciate you if you have $1 a month to spend to sponsor us. We would deeply appreciate it because
All I can picture is that insurance commercial with the fisherman. I got $1.
I got it.
Almost got it, Edie. Almost got
I
it,
know,
Edie.
and I would totally jump for it too.
Maybe you should switch to Geico.
Times are tough. Yeah, maybe I should switch to Geico.
That'd be a great commercial. Have a podcast you can't afford? Switch to Geico.
So, but yes, please, we would appreciate any sponsorship, any amount that you could spare. $1 a month is all we ask for. Patreon.com/GameHounds, and you will find out more information there. Thank you. So, what you guys been playing? I'm gonna hit mine because I want to go on a bit of a rant.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
first,
Yeah.
I just want to pimp once again my new book,
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Blood
you're-
and Blasphemy, an anthology that
Oh.
I have a story in
Yeah.
somewhere.
And you can find it on Amazon, Blood and Blasphemy. It's a compilation of horror stories. And Nick is one of the compilers of that compilation. What's the title of your story?
It is, God damn it, where is it? I should have bookmarked this in retrospect. But now you can see we are just how prepared the GameHounds are.
Yeah. What's
We
the
are
name of your
defined
story?
by our preparation.
Yeah.
Flick, 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 flick.
There it is.
Flick.
There's
There we
the
go.
Amazon link right there.
Can you see that in the thing?
Your feed is
It's-
terrible. Pull it back. Just a
yeah.
little bit. Pull back. Back.
It's called Baptismal Scars.
Yeah. Well, no.
You can.
can't see it. There we go.
Okay,
Sort of.
whatever.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I saw that.
Anyways.
I put that on my card. I'm gonna pick that up. So but-
Hold on a second.
Whoa.
There we go. Sorry.
It's a-
Sorry. I was
That was
trying to
neat.
focus on you and then go back and it didn't work out.
I'm in too.
Look, and then Gully's in Sports Sim magazine. You pull out your article.
Page 8.
Oh, see, you're prepared now. Jeez.
There we go.
you
Stratomatic
got a picture
hockey. Why did
too.
it take so long?
Yep. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So yep. So
Nice
they got
picture.
my picture in there holding up the
Nice.
strat cards, and they got a little digital. See that? They're digital to dice
Yeah.
article.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Yeah, you got a whole ad. You
Yeah, the
got
whole-
everything.
Yeah, we got the whole ad on there.
Nice.
They did a good job of that. So this is pretty.
Digitaldice.com.
This is like a graphic novel. Look at this.
Yeah, that's huge.
Look at how.
That's
Look
not,
at how
How often do they put that out?
that's not what I think of a magazine.
This is episode 2. The first one was half this size, and that's thick.
Huh.
That's a thick. There's 144 pages in this.
So since everybody's showing everybody, I guess it's my turn to show.
What do you got?
I got. There you go. I'm getting audited.
Oh
Yay! I'm getting audited.
Oh no way!
That's
Way to
mine.
go. We all try for it every year. We all hope.
That's such a time suck from what I hear. You know, it's.
Hiya.
Mm.
Considering our accountant that's been doing our taxes just retired.
Oh really?
Ooh.
Yeah. What are you gonna do now? It's like
Winning.
what the hell can you do? It's a guy retired. It's like you got to give it to somebody else and pick up the pieces the
No,
best you
he's
can.
gonna
Kind
have to
of.
come out of retirement and help me with this.
Oh.
So yeah,
What if he like
How
moved
are
to
you?
Africa or something?
I'm fabulous.
Oh.
I'm so good right
Well, as long as everything's up on the level,
Yeah,
you should
yeah,
be
yeah.
fine.
Everything is on the level.
Sure, it is.
All those
I don't know.
Bum fight
We'll see.
rings you've been putting on?
By what?
Those bum fight rings.
Oh, bum fight rings. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, girls got to make a living.
Yeah.
So anyway, in the chat room, we have Miles Thompson. Like I said, we have AC Wraith. We have Mrs. Gully. We have Creature Chaos, who is in the chat room. Yes, who finally made it. And let's see who else. We got Bitters. And if
It's
anybody else is in there, just let me know.
bitter. It's bitter.
Betas.
Are you bitter? I am bitter.
I am Betas Plus.
Oh, he is more than bitter. He's like bitter plus. Is that like
And we-
PSN plus?
Yeah. And then in Spreaker, we have Ryan Stevenson. Hey, dude. So my rant. Battlefield. So Battlefield 5.
Okay.
All right. It's a good game. We all know this is a good game. The problem is they keep updating it and improving it and, rebalancing it, which is good, which is fine. I'm glad they're doing that. However, what is it with companies that they take a game that's actually working and they improve it or rebalance it, and then they break the game? And then it's literally takes months for them to unbreak something very basic.
Did Apple take this over?
No, this is way worse than Apple. Apple wouldn't stand for this. I mean,
Every time Apple does an update, it's the same thing. It's like, why did you change what's been working?
No, it's not that Apple wouldn't stand for it. It's that they did it all on purpose.
Yeah, Apple actually does it on purpose. Battlefield, the menus are broken.
That seems kind of bad.
Basic. The menus are okay at the end of you have a match. At the end of the match, it's got the scoreboard and all of that, and the menus, and tell you where you placed and what your KD ratio is, blah blah blah. Right? They don't work. They don't load. They haven't worked. I just restarted playing it recently, but apparently, several updates ago, they broke. And no one has fixed them in several updates.
Huh.
And I don't understand how a company, I don't want to say that DICE just checks out, but it seems like DICE has completely checked out of this game. That ever since Call of Duty came out, they're like, whatever. People who are playing our game are going to play it anyway. People that are going to move are going to go to Call of Duty. So, fuck them. How do you have broken menus on your game? On your game, the menus that were working when the game came out, they broke months ago and they remain broken. That would be something that would be like all hands on deck. Figure out how we broke it the minute they broke it.
Define what this broken thing means. Like when you say these things
they
are broken.
They don't load. Like you go out of a match and it sits there and it spins and it says could not load.
So then, does it then boot you to the main menu?
No, it doesn't boot you. It just can't load report.
So if you stay in it, it will still go on to the next game?
Absolutely. Plays just fine.
Because I remember back when it first came out, I had a bug in it. Well, everyone had a bug in it where like almost every other game or every third game, when the match ended, it would get stuck on a black screen with the little loading thing up in the corner. But then it just wouldn't load, and eventually I'd have to reboot. I'd have to like exit the game. It wouldn't go on. It would just get stuck there. So it almost sounds related, but if you're able to go on, then it's bad. But I guess it's not that game crashing bad.
No, it's not game crashing bad.
Okay.
If it was game crashing bad, that would be one thing. They probably would fail. But this is almost worse in that it's like, oh, well, did it crash the game? Well, if it didn't crash the game, fuck you. We won't fix it.
That sucks when you go to do something simple.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's not. When you're just doing some normal things, and you're like, there's been a lot of games. It's like you have to find the workarounds. Like you can't exit out and go here. You have to do X, Y, and Z, and then do this. And it's like, why do I gotta jump through hoops?
Right.
And just like, is the game broken? Oh no, it's not. Okay.
But this doesn't work, and that drives you nuts.
Yeah, and it would be one thing. It's like, you do an update, you make a change, something gets broken. That happens. But for it to literally go on multiple updates and multiple months that it's almost unconscionable that would happen, that they would let that keep happening. And it's just so frustrating. It's patches break games all the time. It's not whether it happens, it's how you respond to it. And they have not responded at all to this. And it's so fucking frustrating. I'm trying to find a picture of what it looks like when you do the when you get that failed to load report thing, but I can't find it. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's frustrating mostly because I can't see how I'm doing. And other people have gotten very good. I mean, what people have been doing for months is just before the game ends, they pull up the scoreboard. That's the only way to know how you've done. But you have no idea how you placed against anybody else unless you were, like the top squads. At the end of the game, it shows you the top squad and then, first, second, third place of all the squads that played. And then it's supposed to go into a report to show you how you did, how many points you got, what your progression is, what was the scoreboard, how you placed to get amongst medics or assault or anything else, how your squad placed against medic, other squads for different qualities and different things that happened. And that's important. It's totally important. It's kind of integral to the game, being a competitive shooter, that you know how you did. You can't get better unless you see how you're doing against everybody else. Frustrating as fuck. And as I said, there's nothing wrong with breaking a game with a patch at all. It absolutely happens. Games are made by people. Mistakes sometimes get made. You can be off by one bit and break something. It happens. But when you break something, you need to fix it in a reasonable amount of time. And when you're going on to patch after patch after patch and not fixing what you broke way back 2 patches ago, it kind of says, we don't really give a fuck about you or your quality of gameplay. We just want to pump out new stuff so that we can make, press releases and make it look good to our shareholders. Because shareholders don't give you any gold stars for fixing something you broke. They give you gold stars for adding new features and new gameplay styles. Like, why is it that they're still rolling out new types of gameplay when they haven't fixed the menus? It says what's important, and what's important is shareholders and talking points. It's not actual gameplay.
Have you tried resetting your router?
It's not me, it's everybody.
That's what they
Have you
usually try to do.
turning the game off and
Have
then
I tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah.
No.
No,
it's,
so none
it's
of those are
everybody.
working.
It's I thought it was just me, and then I got into a group of people that I play with on a regular basis, and they're like, "Oh no, it's been broken. It's been broken for months like this, long before you got here." It's like, really? And they're like, "Oh yeah, when they brought in the patch like 3 patches ago, that's when this happened, and nobody can get the reports."
Well.
So, DICE, fuck you. Fix it. Fix your broken shit.
No, do you know what they're doing?
If you broke it, you buy it. Buy it.
You know what
Take
they've been
care of
doing? No. Do you know, this is good DICE. This is good DICE. You know what DICE has been doing? DICE has been working on Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 is so good right now. It is
Are you being facetious?
No joke. No, this is serious goalie.
Okay.
This is not okay. This is not mustache guy. No, it's not this guy. Okay, this is regular guy. I went back to it because they've added some modes. They've added some maps. They reworked the things, and now they're adding new stuff with the new movie coming out. It's compared to what it was when it came out, completely different game. In fact, IGN just did another review on it. They said we are revamping our review. We're doing this one again because they have changed it so much. So I'm gonna show you some gameplay that I did.
I tried to play that last night
If I can
and
share
it
my
installed,
screen.
but then it had to download 44 gigs worth of updates.
Oh, that's right. I gotta download that and get the updates because we're
Yeah, you
we're
should do that.
thinking of put that to full screen, Goalie.
Yep.
There you go.
So yeah, so this is me just kind of playing. Now they've added modes now. They've had this co-op mode, and what you can do is co-op is go in and play either with friends or even by yourself and just join a bunch of people against the computer. So for me, this is ideal. All these are bots that I'm playing. Okay, so I'm not playing any humans. I'm playing with humans, but I'm not playing against humans. So I like to go in as the heavy, and I just like to set the big guns on and just unload on them, and just that's all I do. I don't even like to play as the heroes that much. But you're playing against the computer, and that's what I like to do. I like to play against the computer. Now Yoda's just going to crush me here, I think. But yeah, so this actually I streamed to Twitch, and then I dumped it over to YouTube, which is kind of neat. I didn't know you could do that, but you can. So I've been playing the crap out of Battlefront 2. Just these modes here. In fact, they've changed a bunch of the modes.
Or competitive?
This is the co-op mode right here. So I have human people in my group and on my team, but I'm fighting the AI.
So the Yoda's the AI?
Yeah,
everyone AI can take the heroes?
Yep. And
okay.
So it's the same game, except that it's all humans versus computer is what this is.
Oh, so it's not like a separate, like the mode is different. Like you're still playing the competitive mode. It's just against bots, not people.
Yeah. See if I can get to a different area here. Go to Kashyyyk or something like that. So yeah, so you can see that I defeated, whatever this, and there's some bots on my team too. I think to round out the rosters. But for the most part, yeah, it's I'm just shooting against the computer, and that's what I would rather play. So they added all these modes in this game where people like myself who don't want to play against other people can play against the bots. And they've refined some of the games too, where there's a couple of, I think it's like, I don't know if it's Galactic Assault or there's a couple of modes, I forget what they are, but they've added a ton of bots in with the people too, so you can actually fight and kill the AI and not just get destroyed by humans all the time. So they've done a lot to this. They've added a lot of modes. They've added a ton of skins. In fact, they just come out with the Celebration Edition, and it's $40. If you own the game, it's $25. And what it does is it unlocks everything in the game. It's mostly skins because all the DLC was kind of free anyway. So it's mostly skins. So I don't know if I really want to spend $25 just to get all the different looking troopers and all the emojis and things I don't use all that much. So I'm hemming and hawing over that. $20 I would, but 25's a lot. But they've done so much with this game. It is just so fun. I'm really enjoying. I like this game until I get destroyed. And when I go in against people and they just wreck me, it's not fun. But this, I can keep up with the AI bots and I have fun and I don't feel any pressure. And it's a good time. And so in this game here, there's sometimes you're trying to defend the point and sometimes you're trying to capture the point. And it's really hard to defend. It is really hard to defend a point, but that makes it really fun. And you alternate, you play one map and then you go to another map and next thing you know, you're on offense, you're on defense, and it's cool. But some of the updates coming to this game is you'll now be able to select which era you want to play in of Star Wars. So you'll go into the game, you'll say, do I want to do I
idea.
Yeah, do I want to do 1 to 3 or 4 to 6 or 7 to 9? What era do you want to play in? And so they'll do that. There's a couple of the new modes I think are coming. A lot of them more of the P versus P stuff, but yeah, I've been really back into this, and I'm having some fun, kicking back at night, chilling out. Because when a computer kills you in this game, it doesn't matter. But when you play, because I can usually kill 10 bots and then before I die. When I play in the people mode, I don't kill anybody, and it's just not any fun. So this is a lot of fun to do this mode here. They've really updated it. They got the new maps coming out. I think might already be out the 17th. So that was yesterday. So I think they got some new stuff coming out for it for the new movie. And yeah, good times.
We've been talking about the Christmas show and the New Year show, and we were talking about possibly doing a live stream. And
yeah, and I thought we were going to do this game on like the 23rd or 24th.
Yeah.
23rd, yeah, I could do that 23rd, yeah.
23rd sounds better because 24th is Christmas Eve and most people
and she's going to be home and she's going to be making cookies. I almost said that with a straight face. So we're going to be making cookies on that.
No, you bring the ingredients to the place you're visiting, and you make the cookies
I know
there.
what it's going to get.
Right, you use somebody
you do.
else's oven.
There you
It's
go.
kind
Yeah.
of like Thanksgiving, or
That way they're
coming to a,
guaranteed fresh.
I got some fresh cookies for you. Here you go. Just got to make them. Oh crap! But yeah, no. So that'd be a fun one to play because we could get all on the same team and play the AI and have a good time. I mean, we could even jump into a game of some of the other modes. I don't remember some of the other modes in the game. I know Galactic Assault was one. There was a Supremacy one. There's a whole bunch of modes in the game now you can play. I even went back and I played Battlefront 1. I reloaded that and went back and played Battlefront 1. Now there's no one playing that. I tried to get in the game and there's nobody playing it.
yeah.
But you can still play some solo stuff. So I was playing some of the flying missions, just the solo play. And they have the Walker Assault, which is fun. And there was a lot of fun modes in Battlefront 1 that I liked. So I've been back in the playing the Star Wars games just because I have them. And they're fun, and they've changed them up. So DICE, maybe they crapped all over Battlefield 5, but Battlefront 2 with Star Wars, it's all hands on deck, and they've done a great job.
Yeah. EA's putting their resources where it's most important.
Right now, right now it is.
Hmm.
And if we did that Monday, because I'm off that Monday. I'm trying to figure out how I could set this up because obviously my over here is, Edie, you've been downstairs, so I'm in the office part. Over here is where the couches and the games are. So I would have to probably somehow set up my laptop over there so I could get on camera.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
this.
putting the camera on the laptop I've got.
So I
Right.
could probably make
what
that
I'd do
work.
too.
But if I did that, then I may make some homemade scorpion bowls and do that while I play. I gotta see.
I think it's requisite that we drink. I'm
Well,
going to be drinking the Walking Dead Chardonnay.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, which is terrible. I opened up a bottle. Oh, it's awful. It's truly vile.
Is it worse? Is it worse than Nuka-Cola?
It is way worse than Nuka-Cola.
That stuff was gross.
Oh yeah, it was
got-
disgusting.
I'm gonna sell those on eBay for millions of dollars. Yeah, okay, yeah,
Millions of
yeah.
dollars.
Maybe you put some duct tape on it, and stick it on a wall.
So, so Nick, you played a game.
Yes, I've finished up all my other stuff. I've finished Children of Mortar. The end boss in that game is surprisingly easy, but the way the fight plays out is actually really cool, considering the whole game is about a family fighting this big guy. Like the way it uses that is pretty neat. But I've been playing an Apple Arcade game called Dear Reader. And this is a puzzle game that is based around rearranging words in classic books. And the way that you rearrange the words changes depending on the level. Like they've got all sorts of different puzzle types that you can do. Sometimes you'll be given a paragraph with blank spots and then a bunch of words at the bottom. And you have to tap those words in the order they appear in the paragraph. Sometimes you'll see a paragraph with a bunch of words highlighted, and you can then tap two of those highlighted words to swap places with them to try to put them in the right order. Sometimes entire lines within the paragraph will be highlighted, and you have to tap those to swap those lines. Sometimes words will be misspelled, and so you've got to tap them to fix the spelling. One of the more difficult ones is sometimes they will insert extra lines within the paragraph, and you have to tap the ones that don't belong. But I'm enjoying this game. I think this is a very good game. But I have to say, fuck Jane Austen. Damn, man. Oh. The first book that unlocks in this, the first one that you have is Pride and Prejudice. The way this book is written, the English that is used is great for puzzles, but like half the time I don't know what these people are saying. Like there's so many twos in every sentence. Like the word T-O. It appears like 4 times in every fucking sentence. And I'm like, I need to follow it. I don't know. And so when I'm trying to put words in the right order, It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to. Oh yeah, I'll put the two. No, I'm going to go to the. It's
Yeah, this looks
it's
interesting, but
so.
I can see how this would really leave you like with a lot of like why. I mean, it's so many things you could put into order that would work. I'm looking at this
And
and
it
it's
what's neat about the game is that's not necessarily true because like the way you can kind of see if you read it, you can then like you can just when you're like okay like design is highlighted and it's got a quote in front of it, that means it has to start a sentence, right? It has to start something, so you kind of know where to put it. And so it's the way that it's separated is good like that. And the second book I unlocked is The Picture of Dorian Gray, which is written in a much more straightforward manner, which makes all of this easier. It's just Jane Austen and Pride and Prejudice, and the way that she writes, it's so confusing. I was complaining to Caitlin, and she actually brought up clips of like both movies, and we played them side by side to see. And like, yeah, sometimes the acting helps because the acting kind of gives you an indication that what they're saying is bad. Like,
Well, it's a lot
oh,
like Shakespeare. If you read Shakespeare, it's very hard to get through. But if you see Shakespeare, you understand what they're talking about by context. It seems much more
yes, and
accessible.
that helps so much. And context is probably very important too because like I got to one speech by Mr. Darcy where he proposes for the first time, which is apparently spoiler warning, like a real dick kind of proposal. Like, oh, I love you even though I don't want to because you're such a lowly person below my stature. Ugh, you're such an inferior woman, but I still love you.
Oh,
Um,
God.
when he gave that speech is in the puzzle. I did the whole puzzle and I passed it, and I did not understand at all what he was talking about. But when I saw the videos, and once Caitlin explained the context of what he was saying to me, I was better able to like apply those words to that definition. Um, so yeah, I just want to bitch about British English
that would drive
being
me nuts because
fucked up.
I would be like, no, this makes sense. Screw you. This makes
Yeah,
sense.
again, like the picture of Dorian Gray, perfect. Like I'm sitting there going, oh yeah, tap 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 tap, putting everything in the right order. It's all very intuitive. You read it and it makes sense, but the goddamn British English, God, those Brits don't know how to write.
I would totally play this though. I would totally play that.
It's very good. It's very fun. Um, I have not yet. There's like a whole bunch of books that you can do in it, and like as you play, you unlock ink, which is kind of like the in-game currency, which you can use to then unlock other books. There's a lot of poetry books, which I'm afraid to buy because if I think British English is hard to organize things, I'll bet any sort of poetry is extra hard. But they have a whole bunch of narrative books like Dorian Gray and Alice in Wonderland.
Jungle Book, I see.
Yeah. And so basically any popular public domain book is in there. But yeah, it's a cool game on Apple Arcade. Just God, this goddamn British people. Yeah. Twos in their house and they're overly polite and god damn wordy.
Flowery
They are
language.
so
Mhm.
fucking wordy.
Yeah.
No, Shakespeare's flowery. They are wordy.
Would
They
you
just
rather be
say
doing Shakespeare in
yes.
game? Oh,
Oh
really?
God, yes.
Wow.
Pride and Prejudice. The people in Pride and Prejudice, they're just wordy. They take 10 words to say one thing, and it's not flowery, extravagant, theatrical language. It's just a bunch of twos and my's and you's and twos.
See, I love that kind of language. I do. I do. I can't help it. It's all those
Uh,
years watching Masterpiece Theater.
I never want to read Pride and Prejudice now. not to save my life.
AC Wraith put up a link of Dr. Seuss versus Shakespeare epic rap battles of history. Oh,
Epic
I
rap battles
got
of history are awesome.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they have a lot of good ones.
Sorry.
But yeah,
my
it's a fun
phone.
game. fun game, fun books. It's old British English is hard to read in modern times.
Miles
It's
Thompson says
awkward.
it sounds like Mad Libs without any freedom.
Kind of.
So that's it that I've got for games. Nick,
Yeah. Did I do anything?
you're the one that tends to play a lot more.
I
games than we
finally
do.
I got every achievement in Outer Wilds, and that meant doing like a real awesome, thrilling spacewalk.
Mhm.
One of the achievements is you have to manually land on a station orbiting the sun, and it's orbiting low and fast. So just getting yourself into orbit is hard, but then you have to get out of your ship somehow, and then spacewalk over to the space station. And I've seen videos of people like ejecting themselves through the door of the space station. I wasn't able to do that. I missed and bounced off stuff and had like a great, Sandra Bullock and Gravity moment where I'm hovering above the sun, trying to jetpack my way through debris into the door, and I made it, and it was really fun.
Couldn't you just moonwalk?
Oh, you're gonna burn for that one, Goalie. Jeez. No.
And I'm there.
Nay, nay, we say. That was not okay.
It looks like, am I starting something? I got to be starting something.
Not okay.
Are you okay? Nick, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Actually,
Is,
that
is,
pun
is Annie okay?
rejuvenated me.
Is Annie okay?
Is she okay?
Is Annie okay?
I'm trying to remember how the lyrics went.
Can
And
we move
you
on?
okay? You okay?
I don't know. It's all Michael Jackson stuff. Michael Jordan, whoever was that guy was.
Honestly, the only version of that song that I know is the Alien Ant Farm rock version.
That is a good one, though.
It is good. I
Are you okay?
still
Are
hear
you
that on
okay,
the
Annie?
radio.
Yeah, I still play that once in a while on my walks.
So, is there anything else we want to talk about before we hit the news?
Um,
I would imagine that's a no.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah.
think. Oh, I've been slowly working through my backlog.
All right. So,
I'm
on that
good.
note, let's hit the news. This is the GameHouse News, the news, views, and commentary of the week in gaming with Gamer Edie, Hully Gully, and Nick Nicola. And our first item is, do we want to hit the Game Awards first?
I just want to say in the chat, Barbara says she got platinum in AC Odyssey, which, considering how big that game is,
That's nice.
that seems crazy.
I'm nowhere near
Damn.
that. I love that game. I put in a lot of hours in that game, and
I
I'm nowhere.
don't see Barbara's comment.
That's ambitious.
Oh, there
It's
we go.
a YouTube one.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I deleted it. I don't know.
So, do we want to hit the news
Game
from
Awards.
Game Awards first, or
Yeah.
other stuff first?
Well, there's only one other thing that I really know about.
Okay, well then we'll hit Game Awards.
I'll just start with that, just because it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So MLB The Show is like the official Major League Baseball video game,
Mhm.
and it's made by Sony. It's been a Sony exclusive game for a long time. There was a press release that they put out that very, very quietly, like just kind of casually mentioned that, like, oh yes, and it will be coming to other consoles in 2021. It's like,
Yeah, no,
What?
that's been a PS4 exclusive for. In fact, there's really no baseball to play on Xbox, and now it just kind of slipped in there.
and so it's interesting to see this Sony made game will be on Xbox next year.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
I'll bet you like the MLB was like, hey, yo, we want more money. You can keep making the game, but we want it on other consoles. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they had something to do with
I mean,
it.
it's about time. It's been long enough. Give the Xbox a baseball game. They don't have that many choices.
And considering how like platform exclusivity is breaking down in other places, like with the crossplay and all that, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they developed a shooter game. It's baseball.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It's a
generic.
licensed
Yeah.
game.
But it is kind of funny. It's like, all right, thank you, folks. Any other questions? All right, goodbye. Oh, by the way, we're coming to Xbox. And some people are really mad about that. Some people like their
Oh, I'm
exclusives.
sure.
They only buy a one console or another. I mean, if they said Gears
Yeah,
is
but
coming
that's
to
because they're
PlayStation, it's like,
console whores. That's
It is.
being a console, exclusive
But like
console
that's the thing.
player
If you
is
buy it for the exclusives, it's still going to be on PlayStation. You're not losing it.
no.
I know it's I
People
know.
being dicks.
It is.
Yep. So, the games show was last week and tons of announcements. First big one was that we now have the name of the next Xbox console.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is, Gully? Yes.
Matrix.
No. The Matrix? No, it's not going to be the Matrix. No. Do you have any idea what the next Xbox console will be called?
I did see it on the Twitters there. I know-
Who's the guy in charge now? Not Phil
Phil
Harrison.
Spencer.
Spencer?
Spencer.
I thought it was called
Spencer.
the.
It's the Spencer.
I thought it was
not
called the.
Spencer.
I thought it was called the Matrix.
Xbox Spencer.
No.
Is it the Helix?
No.
The Hendrix. Is it the Jimi Hendrix?
No. It should be. So that would be better. All of those would be better. The next Xbox, after they got themselves into an awkward naming convention by going from Xbox to the 360. Sorry, Xbox, instead of going to Xbox 2, they went 360. Then they went 1. Now it's going to be Xbox.
Xbox what?
No, that's not true. It's not just Xbox.
It's the Xbox X, but they're just calling it the Xbox.
No, it's the official title is the Xbox Series X.
Which everyone is calling, which they are calling officially the Xbox.
Yeah.
That is what they're calling it, the Xbox. Even though it's a
So-
Series X.
Well, it's like Xbox Series X,
So
which
what-
honestly makes sense just because like in the future they can just go, it's like saying Xbox 2020.
What was the first Xbox called?
Xbox.
Xbox.
And what's this one called?
Xbox.
Xbox Series X.
They're not that's the official name on the title, but they have flat out said that it's supposed to be called. They have actually said it's supposed to be called Xbox.
Well, on one, you know what? Good for them because that's all anyone ever calls their boxes anyways. No one
except
calls
for
the
the
Xbox
360 and the One.
No one calls the Xbox One the One. They just call
They
it the
call-
Xbox.
They call it the One because when
They
they're
don't. They call it
talking
the
about the
Xbox.
different, it depends on the context of when they're talking about. When they're talking about, like, I have the blank, blank, and blank. It's like I have the Xbox, I have the 360, and I have the One.
Can you share my screen for 1 second?
No.
No, sir. I don't like it.
Whoop, I just got rid of Nick. So yeah, that's what's gonna be the Xbox Series X, aka the Xbox. And I don't know if it's better to be leaning into
interesting.
it or not, or to just try and stop this now. Once again, they are painting themselves into a naming convention corner. They cannot call it. They don't. It doesn't lead you to do. One of the most frustrating things about Apple is their operating systems. They fuck around with the fucking operating systems names. I have no, because it's always like, for a while it was
They name it
cat
after-
names until
Yeah,
they got
cats.
to lion, and then they couldn't go any further, and then it became snow leopard and other bullshit, and then it became El Capitan. Now it's Mojave. Now it's Mavericks. It's like
Yeah, you know what?
all
I've got
these
to notice.
names that don't give you a
I've got
sense
a,
of
uh,
progression.
I've got a thing on my iPhone that says, "Hey, we want to upgrade you to version 13,
That's
version
what
13.3."
right,
and
but
it's
that's
just
the iOS. That makes
Yes.
sense.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's not sexy. It's not going to sell anything based on the name.
But it makes sense.
But nobody buys based on the name anyway.
I like ice cream sundae. I bought a lot of those.
I'm going to say I'm playing with my ex. No, I don't think so. All right. Yeah,
I
you're gonna be
I
playing with my Xbox.
The weirder thing about it is that they started the series with X. Like Xbox Series, I get that because it basically says, okay, we're just gonna name it Xbox and then like add a version number to it, basically.
Yep.
But why start with X? Why start with Series X? Shouldn't it be like Series A, Series 1? You know,
Yeah.
Well, now they
series,
got nowhere to
because
go.
then, if they did, then that would
Something.
actually lend to what the next series would be.
And they'd have a place to go. Because look at it now. Because they did the Xbox One, right? And then they come out with the Xbox One X. Well, now
Mhm.
they've started at Xbox Series X.
Right.
They got nowhere to
Yeah.
go.
How
They
can
get
you
nowhere to
how
go.
can you
Y.
deserve? There's the Xbox One X, and then there's the Xbox Series X. Where do they don't tell you what how they fit together?
But I mean, the Xbox One X was the souped up Xbox One. Right?
Yeah.
Now they have the Xbox Series X. So what's the souped up Xbox Series X going to be? That's my point. That they've
X
Gonna be
One.
Series Y.
No, it can't be. No, that would make sense. That would,
No, I've got it. So
all
they
this
went,
I got ice cream
they went
headaches from all this ice cream
X1.
Sunday talk.
Uh-oh.
Xbox One. There was
Nick,
Xbox One
we're
S.
losing you again.
Oh.
Your screen is frozen. Your audio is sort of not there. I'm telling you, your internet's bad today. And we lost Nick.
Bye, Nick.
Here. I'm here.
No, you're not.
No, just fine.
No, you're not just fine.
I see all of you just fine.
Yeah, you see it, but nobody else does.
Shit. Okay. Do I got it? Do I
Okay,
gotta leave
you're
and come
back.
back?
You're back.
Oh,
Stop
okay. I'm
downloading
back.
stuff.
But you're
Turn
again
things off.
your internet is not good. Something is either
I'm not
eating your
downloading
bandwidth.
anything.
This
I'm
dial-
not.
Are
up
you
internet.
sure you're not playing anything in the background?
Are you on 14.4 dial-up?
I mean, the PlayStation's on sleep mode. Maybe it's still downloading that 44 gig Battlefront patch.
That shouldn't do
Yeah,
it.
No.
anything at all might disrupt it. I turn off all
I
porn.
don't
I
know.
turn off everything.
Barbara says she thinks she says I think it means Xbox Series X, meaning for 10, which also doesn't make any sense because it's not the 10th Xbox.
It's the
Oh, none
know
of
what
this
one it is.
makes sense.
I think they should go backwards from here.
everything is
Like,
X. Everything is
with
X.
the-
It's like I can't
since
I
the
can't
one-
follow it. The
X is
360
one-
the new X is the new what 5 4?
360 was the best. Everyone you could call it the 360. What are you gonna do? You're gonna call it the X? Well, what is it? The original one, the Xbox X, or the Series X? If you just say X, but you could say 360, and you knew what it was.
I'm so tired of people using X and Z and Y as like they're kind of special. You notice that? Like it's
Oh, yeah.
always like, oh, it's an X or it's a Y, or
Mhm.
they add a Y to their name because it looks cool, or they add a Z to something to make it look cool, or Q's. Like I had a friend named Mark, M-A-R-K.
And he did not put a Q in his name.
He changed his name to M-A-R-Q-U-E, Mark.
Yeah, you need to kill that man.
I hope you
Yeah.
hit him. Punch him.
Yeah, I hope you ran him over with a
Dude, I'm
truck.
gonna leave a mark myself.
Right. And his nickname was the Q.
Oh no, not with me. It wouldn't be.
That is a bad
Maybe
man.
that'd be something
It's-
else.
It's, it was cool a
bad
decade ago.
person.
Now it's just fucking pretentious.
No, it wasn't cool a decade ago.
It was sort of cool.
If I knew someone that did that, and
Then-
changed the name of the Q, and then called themselves the Q, they would. Oh, I would hit them every day that they called themselves the Q. Hi, it's the Q calling. Bam.
Oh God.
It could make sense for the Xbox 10 if they're trying to be better than the PS5.
No, I mean, do I just
Face
say
it,
Xbox
the
Series
PS5
6?
has it right because we know that the previous one was the PS4 and the next one's going to be the PS6. The 6 is better than the 5. The 5 is better than the 4. And This is
Yep.
why naming conventions are important. And as soon as they made the Xbox 360, we were around when they launched the 360. This podcast was around. And at that time, I'm like, they have gotten themselves into a situation in one generation. They have gotten themselves into a situation that they're going to regret. And here is the moment of regret that they can't figure out what a good name for their consoles.
They're cooled out.
They're cooled out.
They've used up all the cool stuff, and now they're just rehashing the cool from 10 years
They might
ago.
as well call it a Mojave. Just.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Console Epsilon.
Just go back to Project Natal. That would be
No, you know what? Like Xbox Epsilon, that has a certain ring to
Yeah.
it. That rolls off the tongue.
Xbox Series Triple X. That's a entirely
Oh
different
no, that's
console.
that's the third one. The next one will be Xbox Series XX.
Double
And the
X.
third one is Xbox Series XXX.
That's for adults
This is
only.
not Need for Speed. It's a fucking console.
Or it's Xbox Series 3X.
Miles Thompson says Android just sticks to candy. You know, and that's kind of stupid too because no candy is better than the other. It's like once you hit in malt balls, then you can't go any further because there's no better
no.
candy than freaking Whoppers.
You're fired.
Prove me wrong. What's a better candy than a Whopper?
Literally almost everything.
Change my mind.
Whoppers are the greatest candy ever made.
You give me like a plain ass Hershey's bar, that's better than a Whopper.
Ooh.
Oh my
Mm.
God! What is
Mm.
wrong with you?
Mm.
I don't like
They-
Whoppers. They got a weird like texture to them and a weird every
They-
time
they
I bite
crunch?
into a Whopper, it feels like I'm eating a packing peanut.
they crunch.
Yeah, like a
If
packing
you
peanut.
if you warm
crunches.
them up in your mouth, they melt. And if you get a bad one, they're sticky. It's like everything you'd ever want from candy.
No, you know
Oh,
a good
candy,
crunch.
yeah.
Kit Kat is a good crunch.
Kit Kats are good. They're airy. They're very airy, but Kit Kats.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I like?
Whoppers are like chocolate covered packing peanuts.
You know what? The best thing. This is
fantastic.
guys. Now that we're getting into this, this is the best thing. Take. serious. This is not evil. This is not evil, Dave. This is regular Dave.
Okay.
Take a Three Musketeers. You know, Three Musketeers, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm with you on this. Three Musketeers is good.
Nibble as much chocolate as you can.
That's how I eat a Three Musketeers.
and leave the nougat, and then you have the nougat
Mm,
all by itself.
And then you take the
Interesting.
nougat and then you warm it up in your hands by doing this to turn it into taffy.
Can you do
That's-
that one more time? Yeah. It's the series Triple X.
All right. That's how I eat it. That's when I'm
No, seriously, I
really
do that.
trying to savor a Three Musketeers. That's
I
what I do.
nibble all the chocolate off, and then I just have the nougat all by itself, and it's so good.
Mhm.
I just eat it right out of the bar. I don't do that thing with your fingers that you did that you girls
And I
do.
tried to do
Yeah,
it
that's-
with
that's a little
a
too much
with a
work.
Milky Way. It doesn't work with milk.
No, you can't.
because you get the layers.
Yeah, the Musketeer is the only way to
Yeah.
do it. Good stuff. We
Um,
need to start a candy podcast.
No, no, we don't.
Yeah.
Barbara Zelikman says
we'll never
it's
talk
not
about
about
Whoppers.
making sense. It's all about the money. And when a person goes into the store and sees a 5 next to a 10, they will gear towards a 10 rather than a 5. No, because it doesn't say 10. It says X.
That's
and
how
the
I.
thing is, they all say X. The last game, the last console they put out has an X on it. It's a 1X.
This
And
is
then
kind
they
of.
have an X. Technically, 1X would be better than
Barbara-
an X.
Well, Barbara's kind of right because that's how I find my women.
You just look for a 10 rather than a 5.
I will gear towards a 10 rather than a 5.
yeah.
Just saying.
Anyway,
Even if she calls us
that
double.
was the big news of Game Awards. Also, the other kind of big news, at least for me, is that they announced Telltale's back. I guess. I had to look at the end screen to see who's making it, But apparently, Telltale is indeed making The Wolf Among Us 2.
Oh, nice. You guys
It's
like
coming.
that. Yeah, you guys like
Oh,
that. Yeah.
did you play it?
No, it's not a goalie game.
I don't know. I think it might be.
Telltale Studio. It's like a rebuilt version of it, and I know they're working with another studio made of ex-Telltale people. So
Mhm.
it's like it's not the same people, but it's mostly kind of they're trying to make it be the same people.
Yeah,
But also,
maybe.
it's a different Telltale than the one that crashed and burned.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, because that company went under.
Under.
Like they fired everyone.
Yeah. But when you look at the end screen, it actually shows the logo for Telltale.
Yeah, that's because some other completely different people bought the company that was dead and said we're gonna try to bring it back.
Oh, smart. Because
Yeah.
I just take my money.
And
Take
so
my money
they've
for that game.
they've said that they're trying to show preference to hiring ex Telltale people, and I think
Good.
there's a logo for another company on that trailer that is also put together by ex Telltale people. Like, so yeah, I think there's as long as it'll be interesting to see. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Boffa made a good point here that Xbox did that, and look, we're all talking about it. As stupid as the name sounds, we're all talking about it. So maybe what they should do is just call it the Xbox Mark with a Q.
Oh
That
God!
would be awesome. Then would be talking about it. Hey, are you gonna play? Are you gonna go on that? You gonna play the
Then
Q?
we just punch it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
go on
that
gonna
makes
play
a
some
certain
Q
amount of
tonight.
sense. But we talked a lot about Don Matrick. It doesn't mean that he was a very good CEO.
Let's I'm gonna play some Q tonight. You guys want to play some Q tonight? I'm gonna play some Q.
No, I want to play
exactly.
I don't want to play some Q. I want to play the Q.
Oh man.
So, also they showed a new Series X game, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. That looks really interesting. The trailer was
yeah.
cool. There was no gameplay on it, but the trailer was pretty badass.
I don't know about that game. That first game was okay, and
Yeah.
like it had a weird goal of like, oh, we want to show what it's like to have it's not dementia. It's another like degenerative brain disease. It starts with a D. Shit, I don't know what it is.
Dementia?
Well,
No,
I
it's
said
not dementia. It's something else, but like some sort of like brain issue, like mental handicap, and like they talk with a bunch of people with it to like see what types of visual and auditorial hallucinations do you have, and try to put that into the game. And it all built up to a game that felt like a very gamey game with a lot of very game mechanics. And it's like, oh, I see how this mechanic is based off of this hallucination, but it also just feels like a game mechanic that you put in there. And so I don't know exactly how they're going to try to expand that into a sequel, because that whole first game was like, oh, we're a representation of mental health. And when you play it, you're like, this is just like a fantasy game.
Psychosis?
Okay, maybe it's Psychosis. Yeah.
Schizophrenia?
Yeah. I think there's some of that.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna try to look this up.
I am actually on WebMD looking up for causes of hallucinations.
Okay, yeah, it tries to show
Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, migraines, Charles Bonnet syndrome, epilepsy.
It tries to show what psychosis is like.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then I said, show me more, and it sent me to an Imodium, Amazon Prime for Imodium. No.
So apparently it begins with a warning screen about its representations of psychosis.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is like, oh, the representations of psychosis is, well, you feel like, these two unrelated things are connected. And so that means, well, I've got to go, hit random object A and hit random object B to open a magic gate. And it's like, okay, I can see how that represents this psychosis, but it also just feels like a magic gate. It's like by couching all of their stuff in a fantasy, it's like, yeah, it just feels like a fucking magic fantasy. I don't know.
LCG Entertainment is the name of the company that's also on The Wolf Among Us too.
Okay.
According to AC Braith.
So yeah, it's weird to me that after Ninja Theory gets bought by Microsoft, the first thing they do is a Hellblade sequel.
Yeah. Eric Cotton says it is schizophrenia. She had schizophrenia. You can hear the different voices in her head in the headphones.
Okay. And again, different voices. Okay, she's also fighting against like a magical bad witch thing, which is like, oh yeah, magic creatures get in your head. It's yeah. It's a fun game though, and it's very pretty, and it played well, and it's fine. Like it's not a bad game. It's just the whole selling pitch is like, when you actually think about it, it's like, oh yeah, I guess you kind of
Right.
that means nothing.
Godfall was previewed, and it became the first game that publicly ended a trailer with PlayStation 5. It says PlayStation 5.
So now all that speculation about what they were gonna call it can end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly my point. But on top of that, Godfall looks like a game.
It could be interesting. What they call it, like a looter slasher.
Yeah.
And it's made by Gearbox, so it seems like they're trying to do for slasher games what they did with Borderlands.
Maybe.
Which,
honestly,
hey,
it looked pretty basic.
Generic.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, it showed me nothing interesting.
Yeah.
Bravely Default announced a Nintendo Switch sequel that is going to be called, in the naming convention, the correct naming convention for all things, the second game in the Bravely Default series is going to be called Bravely Default 2.
That's actually incorrect, because it's not the second game in the series.
Oh, it isn't?
The second game was called...
game. That's right.
Was called Bravely, Bravely Second.
Right.
And then there's Bravely Default 2. So... It's all fucked up.
All fucked up.
All games, all
But at least
numbers.
they're trying to get onto the correct path here.
Yeah, at least they're trying.
So it's not whether you made a mistake. It's whether you corrected it. And in this case, they're correcting it and calling the next Bravely Default 2. So, that's coming out. It looks, like a Bravely Default game. Still the same people.
I've heard those games are good. I've always wanted to play them.
Something was announced called Weird West, which everybody's saying, oh, this looks so interesting. Really? It looks like Where the Water Tastes Like Wine with a component, like the game is actually an RPG, top-down RPG, but the structure of it sounds like Where the Water Tastes, and the art of it looks like Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, where you have a bunch of different stories and journeys, and each one is unique, and it's tailored exactly to the actions that you take. It's set in the West, which is kind of sort of the Wild West, in that it's Wild West, but there's weirdness to it, is the best way I could describe it.
Yeah, from what I heard about it, is it's definitely not the same type of game. It's more of a top-down action RPG.
Right, but
So
the story sections of it look very much like Where the Water Tastes Like Wine.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, it's not going to play like Water Tastes Like Wine.
No. Well, the Water Tastes
Not
Like Wine.
at
The
all.
story was the gameplay. In this case, there's gameplay, but there's also story that is alarmingly close to that game. If I was a maker of Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, it would kind of go up my spine a little bit. That essentially they took my game and then pasted it on
And
top
made
of
it better.
Yes, but they also pasted it on their game, which was a top-down shooter, and then they pasted the concept of my game and the art of my game on top of it. I would be talking to a lawyer. I would.
No, it does not look anywhere near close enough to Water Tastes Like Wine to do that.
You really think so? How
Not
much
in-
Water Tastes Like Wine did you play?
I played enough of it to know that it does not look similar to that. Just
The
because it has the
first
same
thing I thought
top-down
as
view.
soon as right, but that's the gameplay, not the story part of the gameplay. Put it
Yeah,
into two different
no.
sections. One is the
No.
actual top-down game. Yeah, that's nothing like Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. But all the cutscenes and the story part of it, which is another, think of it as a separate layer. That story part of it very, very, very much sounds like Where Water Tastes Like Wine. It's like
No.
they took Water Tastes Like Wine and they added another part of it and added another aspect to it. I don't know. I mean, I would venture to guess you are going to see a lawsuit.
No. I will bet you my entire life's fortune that you never see anything like that.
Man, we're gonna have to figure that out. No, they're gonna sue. They're gonna sue. They're gonna sue. They're good unless there was some kind of other agreement with that company that they're doing the art or whatever, or they're doing the story section part of it. And it's not who's doing it. I know Devolver is the publisher.
Mhm.
Who it's some other company that's actually the developer. Someone here would know.
Wolf
I hear
Eye.
Nick looking, huh?
Wolf Eye.
Wolf Eye, right. I don't know. It's
This is-
close enough where I see the connection.
It says it'll take place on a journey through the origin stories of a group of atypical heroes written into legend by the decisions you make in an unforgiving land. That sounds like any type of D&D-esque RPG. Each
does.
journey is unique and tailored to the actions taken, just like any sort of D&D game. A series of high-stakes stories where everything
but
counts and the
you're
world
talking
reacts to
about-
the choices you make.
You're talking about the mechanics. I'm talking about the look and
What?
feel
The look and feel.
of the story, not the
Oh,
gameplay.
God.
The story.
What do you mean the look and feel of the story? You can't look and feel the story.
You don't get that there are two different things that look very, very different in that trailer. There was the discussion of the story, which were still screen art shots with a little bit of motion in them. And then there was the top down.
Mhm.
You don't see that there's two different genres going on in there?
No.
Then I can't help you. Think you need to watch that with a different, take a step back and go, oh, here's a art stuff that looks very much like Water Tastes Like Wine. And then there's gameplay, which is a top-down isometric.
Yeah, that werewolf walking through a bloody field. It's very Water Tastes Like Wine.
Shut up. Anyway, okay, so the next thing is Riot.
Yeah, those women around a bonfire with a demon coming out of it. I remember that from Water Tastes Like Wine. That was a cool scene.
Riot's creating a League of Legends spinoff called Ruin King, a League of Legends story. I could not be less interested.
Yeah, their first single player game. It's
You know what? I have no. I mean, it would have to be epic, and for me to move epic. For me to move over, it's like League of Legends is toxic, Riot is toxic, and I don't see any. I'm having zero inclination to move over to a single player game to get involved with a story, based on a world of toxic players.
yeah.
Sorry.
Also, I don't know enough about that lore, but it also just kind of looks generic fantasy.
Yep. Dark Alliance, which is going to be a spiritual successor, apparently, to Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Looked interesting, but another one that it's like, if you like Baldur's Gate, I'm sure you're very excited.
Yeah. And I've heard good things about that. Like, that's a well-regarded game.
It is. Player Unknown came out with a preview that probably has to be the shortest preview ever made. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, here, let me see if I can pull it up. Stand by. I will show you. We will show the Player Unknown come on, please stop. It's for all the people that were super excited about this. Wait a minute. Make sure that I'm looking at the right thing. Oh, that's not it. That's a video analysis. No, 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 no. I don't want this. I'll look it up. But essentially, it was a trailer that was all of maybe 7 seconds, 8 seconds. And it's called Prologue. Don't know any
Okay.
details about it, but he's apparently working on a game named Prologue that we saw a 7-second trailer.
Oh, and wait. So you mean Player Unknown, the developer? This is not an expansion or something related to Battlegrounds.
Player Unknown, Brendan Green, aka Player Unknown, is making a new game. It's called
Huh.
Prologue, and it was
Okay.
like a 7-second trailer with no details. But at least we now know the name of the game that he's working on and nothing else.
Okay.
Release dates: Ori and the Will of the Wisps on March 11th. Controls, the Foundation expansion is coming March 26th. Gears Tactics is coming April 28th, and Ghost of Tsushima, which is the PS4 exclusive game, it's going to be summer 2020.
Cool.
We got Fast and the Furious Crossroads coming.
So, okay, wait. Do you know more about that? Is that a mobile game or is that an actual console game?
I think it's an actual console game. I don't think it's anything but. Why would it be anything but that?
Well, just because mobile games are easier.
Yeah, but I don't think that it is anything but that. I'm trying to see if there's any details about it, but of course my computer is running weird for some reason. It's having a problem with YouTube. Okay, what the fuck, guys? May 2020. And I'm trying to see, but it's all blocked. I can't see it. Fucking. I'm just going to have to reload this screen because I'm having a hard time with it. But it looks Fast and Furious looks like it's coming out May 2020. And it's going to be, more Fast and Furious. I can't think of it being anything but in the realm of let's see, PS4, Steam, and Xbox One.
Wow.
So yeah, there's that. Final Fantasy remake coming. Looks beautiful, but it's Final Fantasy 7. It's Final Fantasy 7.
I get that.
Final Fantasy, it looks gorgeous.
I know I want that. Like, I don't have to say anything more about it.
Yep.
I've been sold.
Humankind was announced, which looks really interesting. It kind of looks like one of those mobile games where you're building your empire.
Yeah, it looks like a Civ game.
Look like Civ game, but it looks like it's going to be on console, and it looks really cool. I'd like to find out how they're going to make it different, but essentially it's an empire builder, and it looks like it might be multiplayer because it talks about how it's your story, and in this preview trailer it talks about how this game is you start your village, you build some walls, then you advance your village, and then somebody tries to take you over, but you repel them, and then you decide to get along, and then it shows the village being a big, expansive areas with obviously different types of um, architecture in it. So it looks like maybe you merge with somebody else.
Okay, I'd heard they were talking about this on the Waypoint podcast, and it seems
Mhm.
like one of the things that's different is that I get, in Civ, when you fight another civilization and you beat them, you take them over. And like your civilization, they become your civilization. Like everything about them just becomes you.
Right.
But from what I understand with this one is there's a bit more of like a gray area where like, oh, you take over a city, that city still kind of retains a lot of its old culture and stuff, and you try to place your thing onto it, and so you kind of become a different type of civilization. And so like, if it's the equivalent of like, oh, I'm going to choose to be Egyptians, but by the end of the game, the culture that I have is not actually Egyptians. It's something different,
Yeah. Sorry.
which is an interesting idea. I have no idea how they're going to relate that to mechanics and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
eh,
Yeah, I
interesting.
don't know either, but it looks kind of, especially if it's a multi. I don't know. As I'm finding from playing Red Dead Redemption, that it's not necessarily a good thing to have multiplayer. I did play a little bit, go back into Red Dead Redemption, and it has expanded itself, and there's a lot more interesting stuff to it. And I was running around going, wow, it's so nice that finally it seems to have evolved from being a bunch of griefers. And then the minute I thought that, here comes the griefers and people just shooting me for no reason. And I was like, I guess it hasn't. And I essentially shut down the computer and was like, okay, I'm not going to play this again anymore. I like the idea of multiplayer gameplay. I invariably hate the idea of people being able to savage other people. Like, especially if you cannot
Yeah, like if they
opt
can
out.
interrupt your game.
And when you're talking about a civilization building game where you could literally put in dozens of hours into your city and then have some 12-year-old come through and just wipe it all out, and it's
Yeah.
fuck, and then there's no recourse for it. It's just annoying as hell. So I'm just that idea is just, I don't know. We'll see. What were some of the other trailers that came out?
Like any.
Well,
I don't know. That's
obviously,
all
The
the
Wolf Among
big
Us,
ones
which I'm
that I
very
saw.
excited about. Let's see. I'm
There
looking that up.
there's like a compilation video on YouTube. There's something called New World.
New World.
Was that at the Game World?
I don't know about that. There's Gears Tactics
New World
World.
official trailer, the Game Awards.
Okay.
Oh, it's a MMO from Amazon Studios.
Really? I did not see that
Interesting.
one. Wait, and did any of us watch it live?
No, I didn't. I forgot it was on.
Yeah, I did too. um. So yeah, Wolf Among Us. The first look at Gears Tactics looked gorgeous. I'm interested, but I'm always interested in Gears games, but I never buy them.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to. They're all on Game Pass.
I know, but that means I'd have to get Game Pass, and I'd have to play it on Xbox. and
Game
I'm not
Pass
really
is
interested
also
in that.
like a good deal, though.
Mm-hmm. Ghost of Tsushima looked nice.
Mhm.
I can't see anything else that really stands out to me from the awards
I think that's
show.
pretty much all of it.
Yeah. So it was a good show. I mean, they definitely had a lot of surprises, and even one surprise that appeals to me personally, which almost hardly ever
Also,
happens.
I do think the more important story is that Sekiro won Game of the Year.
Oh, that's right. We didn't talk about who actually won. So the Game Awards 2020 winners. I am pulling it up right now. So yeah, the
Sekiro won
best.
Game of the Year, and Disco Elysium came away with a bunch of things.
Yeah, best
Surprisingly.
narrative. Best esports player, couldn't care less. Best audio design, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Makes sense. They were
Um,
hyping that up a lot.
Best strategy game, Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Good.
Content direct creator of the year was Shroud. Who cares?
Don't.
Best action game, Devil May Cry 5. I think that Croatia Chaos would agree with that. He played the hell out of that. Games for Impact was Gris. Does not surprise me. Got a lot of good buzz, and I have yet to play it. I want to play it. In fact, that reminds me, I do want to pick it up. Best
I
family
saw
game.
Oh.
Go ahead.
art direction was Control,
Art direction was Control.
which is good because like so much of that game takes place in like an office building,
Mm-hmm.
but they managed to make an office building look cool and kind of creepy and spooky. So yeah, well done.
Let's see. Best family game, Luigi's Mansion 3. Best mobile game,
Okay.
Call of Duty Mobile.
That does not sound right.
It was up against Grindstone, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky, Children of Light, and What the Golf.
What the golf should have won that.
Mm.
Granted, I haven't played Call of Duty Mobile, but it's Call of Duty Mobile. I don't believe that it can't be that good.
Best multiplayer game, Apex Legends beat out Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, and Tom Clancy's The Division 2. I would have called them a dark horse on that one, but they won. Best ongoing game, Fortnite beat out Apex Legends. Also Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Best AR VR game, Beat Saber. We've certainly seen enough videos of that. I will never play it. Gully would throw up.
Oh yeah.
Best performance was Mads Mikkelsen from Death Stranding. What character does Mads play?
I don't know any of the characters,
Mm-hmm.
but I know he
But
plays a
beat-
guy.
Beat Norman Reedus,
Yeah.
which goes to show it was not an all Death Stranding. We figured that this game's awards would be all Death Stranding all the time, and it was not. In fact, I think that's the only award that Death Stranding got.
Yeah, it is.
Best indie game, Disco Elysium. Best
Ah,
game
should've been
direction was
Outer
Death
Worlds.
Stranding. Okay, so they got 2. Game of the year was Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, beat out Death Stranding, and Control, and Resident Evil 2, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds. Best indie game, Disco Elysium. Best RPG, Disco Elysium. Best action adventure game, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Best score, Death Stranding. Let's see. Best fighting game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Which obviously, if it's nominated for Game of the Year, chances are it's probably going to run for its genre now. If it's not, you got a problem. Croatia Chaos says Beat Saber's a lot of fun. You should give it a try. No, we should.
If I ever get like a VR thing, I definitely will.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if I had VR. Devil May Cry 5 was the best, he said. So, seems like we all agree. I don't think anything was a travesty of justice when it comes to the awards.
Only that Outer Wilds didn't win everything that it was nominated for.
You're a little too in love with that game.
Because
really
that
are.
game, it is my game. It is a game that was made for me in the way that like The Witness is a game made for me, and I will forever love that game. Outer Wilds is The Witness, but like with a good, thoughtful story of space and cosmos wrapped around it.
Mm.
It's so good. It's such a beautiful game.
I gotta pick it up. I really do, don't I?
It's every time I think about like the ending and like what it's saying about life and cosmos and the universe, I'm just like, God damn, that's Steve. God damn, I'm just like, damn, that is a kind of like grand big picture sci-fi idea that, you know, fucking 2001 wanted to be but just failed because it sucks. Just like, damn, that's good. It's so good. But yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
year for games.
Yep.
Looking
Goalie,
back
did
on
you
it.
bring anything other
No,
than complaints about not getting your cookies?
I just had
You know
the
what?
Star
In the
Wars.
time that we have been talking about the Game Awards, Sharon could have made some goddamn
She
cookies.
could have made a couple of
Do
batches.
not, no, Goalie. I mean, Nick, do not side with Goalie on
She
this
could
one.
have made
He is
you're right.
wrong.
She could have made a couple of batches, instead of just, and the time I did the show, I could have some nice hot cookies made for me. And she
Waiting
probably,
for you afterwards,
you know-
maybe with a cup of hot chocolate.
Nick, here's the thing too, is like once you put them in the oven, like in between putting them in the oven and waiting for them to cook and doing dishes, she could have got me a beer too.
Sharon, don't you dare make him cookies. I know
Nick,
you're thinking about going to make him cookies and then giving him a hard time.
know what?
Don't make him cookies. Because then he'll just keep doing this kind of shit.
I'm getting her a time management game for Christmas so she can better do this stuff. So you can make the cookies, make the dishes, wash the dishes, get me a beer, and maybe on the way back, get me a beer. Grab the vacuum.
How she doesn't
down the hallway.
brain you. I mean, seriously, how she doesn't grab something and just brain you right now. I don't understand.
I just look. I mean, I just look at this.
It's
like,
just
how
about
hard
being
can it be?
efficient.
You know what I mean? While the stuff's cooking, vacuum while the stuff's in the oven. It's not that simple. You can get two jobs done at once, right? And then by the time you put the vacuum away, come by, grab my empty beer, and then pull the cookies out of the oven. It's like playing a game on a computer. It's just a time management game. It's like Diner Dash.
You're
it really
such an
is.
asshole.
What is the problem? I mean, she makes it like, oh my gosh,
Sharon, don't make him.
I mean,
don't make him cookies. Don't you?
I played
dare.
Diner Dash with her before. We played co-op on the 360. Remember that console, the 360.
Could you
we played that.
Play that co-op? I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
that was really all kidding aside. That was a fun game to play co-op. Yeah. So I said, Sharon, this is all you got to do in the house. Just you take the order, collect the dishes, put them in the thing, bring the order to the table. It's not that hard. She got good at it, and then she just got lazy, but she was good at it for a while. So
God, you're an asshole. God, you're an asshole. All right. So on that horrible note, the play-in that we're gonna do, what are you? Are you taking a selfie? Oh my God! Your duck face is gross. So a week from today is Christmas. Obviously, we don't want to do this. Christmas Eve is Tuesday of next week. So we're thinking like Tuesday is Christmas Eve. We don't want to do this on Tuesday.
Yeah, you're talking about Monday, the 23rd.
Monday the 23rd. We're going to play this on the PlayStation, but we will live stream. I don't know that we'll do an audio stream. Maybe we'll do the audio stream. I doubt it. It's just not going to be that interesting for fuck me. That's not going to be that interesting for you guys to do the audio stream on
because we'll be playing
a game. So join us on this YouTube channel, which is GameHounds Vids, VIDS, like videos, or on Facebook under the GameHounds on Facebook, and we will be streaming there for this show. What the fuck is going on with my hair? We'll be playing Battlefront 2 co-op.
That'd be fun. We'll all get in the same squad, and and once you do that, you can go into any game mode, really.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. I've not played this game yet at all. I'm looking forward to hopping into it.
Oh, that's right. You had to buy it.
I never had it.
I actually owned it.
I never bought it.
In fact, Chaos had to remind me. I'm like, oh yeah, I should pick that up. And then I mentioned him because you bought it. Oh.
Check for updates because they have a lot of updates.
Oh well, I'm
Mhm.
gonna have to re-download it. So of course there's gonna be tons of updates.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna spend the next week updating that thing since it was so broken when it first came out. What time on the 23rd with time zone?
I don't know. What time works for you? I will be home all day.
I will be home all day.
I think I'm home all day. Yeah.
So what's a good time for the East Coasties? Because
Well, I mean, considering
as
that
long as it's not in the morning, because of course, remember, 9 a.m. is 6 a.m. here.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just don't want to be doing it while she's here because she comes home and she's gonna be making
Is
cookies.
she gonna be working on the 23rd?
Yeah, she's working that Monday, but she'll
Okay.
probably get out a little early. So, and then she's gonna come home and make cookies. As she's talked about. So, but if we could time it just right, by the time I'm done my first drink, she could make me another one, and I could not have to miss a game.
We time it just right. We will end the stream with you eating cookies.
Okay. So like 2 o'clock your time, which would be 11 o'clock our time. No. Yeah, 11.
Yeah,
12, 1, 2,
11.
yeah.
Yeah, and maybe we should get there like a little bit early, just kind of work out what exactly we are streaming on and where and what
It's
we
gonna
all
take
set
some
up.
time to get the technical part of it sorted.
Yeah.
No, this gameplay is smooth. It's smooth.
No, it's not the gameplay. It's the actual streaming. That's gonna
Oh.
take a little.
Because like I
fucking
can
around.
set up. I can set up.
Set
a
it up the
thing,
night before. Good, Nick, set it up the night before.
but like I don't know what to stream on. Will I be streaming something from PlayStation?
What we will
No.
what we will do is we will do it like this. Let me pull something up. So we will do it like like when we do a main screen here, and then we have our 3 pictures off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going to do. The main screen is probably gonna be me.
Yeah,
Well,
your
in-
gameplay.
In worst
Streaming
case, though,
from
if
the
you have to just,
PlayStation.
if we have to get
Right,
into
my
a
stream fan with Stream Station, and then we'll have our webcams showing us actually playing.
Okay.
I'm just not
okay.
sure. Boy, if you're trying to do it here, if the screen's gonna look like crap, would it be better just to all get in a party and just have our voices on your PlayStation stream on YouTube or Twitch? You know what I mean? So we wouldn't have all the faces. But I mean, if it's gonna look like crap, because when we play videos on here, it looks like crap.
Right. Oh, it's going to look like crap. But
Yeah.
here's the thing is that if we do that, then we lose the Facebook. People watch us on Facebook. And there are people that watch us on Facebook.
Okay.
Well,
I like your idea. We can.
Well, here's the thing. As
Yeah.
I'm around Sunday, if you want to do a test stream privately Sunday
Okay.
night,
Oh yeah.
because at that point the cookies should be made, so that'll be a non-issue at that point. But we could set it up while I'm eating cookies. That we could see how bad it looks, see how easy it is to set up, see if we even want Nick on this thing,
Right.
things like that.
We can do that.
Yeah. No,
So-
sounds good.
So yeah, we'll test it out Sunday night, and then we will broadcast Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and it will definitely be on YouTube. The question is whether we'll be able to get it to Facebook, and we won't be on Spreaker. So here's the thing: we got 2 weeks to deal with, because remember, a week after Christmas is New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything for New Year's.
I got pie crust. I've been sitting down here for a year that she's gonna have to do something with pretty soon. So New Year's Day might be pie making day. So I can play. I'll be available.
You can't make a pie.
You know what? No, you
Did
know what?
somebody steal your fucking thumbs again?
You should make cookies and put them in the pie.
No, then
Make a cookie pie.
that wouldn't leave her any time to vacuum.
that would be
I have a
really-
heart,
That would be a really good pie. A really good cheesecake.
Yeah,
is
right?
Take snickerdoodles, make snickerdoodles, and then make cheesecake, and then sink the snickerdoodles into the cheesecake.
Sometimes I suck the jelly out of a jelly donut and I put Hershey
And then you
chocolate
throw it
in
away.
there.
Do you really?
Oh.
Squirt Hershey chocolate in there, then I put it in the microwave.
Do you really?
No, that was from the movie Fatso. Remember the movie Fatso
no.
with Dom DeLuise? 70s movie.
No.
You don't remember Fatso?
No.
Junior Get the Honey?
No.
What?
Oh, yeah. Fatso was Dom DeLuise was in it, and he was trying to lose weight. And so he joined this group of people to help him lose weight, and they would sit around and they would talk about food while they had tea, because that's all they could drink was tea, because they were losing weight. And one guy, and they all get into it one night, and one guy's like, sometimes I suck the jelly out of a jelly donut, and then I fill it full of chocolate syrup and put it in the microwave. And they're all like, oh yeah, that's so good.
So it's just a bunch of people talking about food. Is that what it is?
Fatso the movie, yeah.
Oh.
There
Yep.
it is right
It's
there.
Dom DeLuise, yeah. They had a meet. Scroll ahead, see if you can find the meeting at the house. Yeah, so he couldn't eat anything. So he had all these people come to the house, and there's some people that you'll recognize in here. Yeah, there's the meeting was back there a little ways, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so here's the guy that's helping him out lose weight. Then keep going. Stop thinking about food. Stop thinking about food. So here comes the people to help him. Here's his fat buddies. Right? So here's the fat buddies. And so then they all sit and they all drink tea. And then there's one point where they can't take it anymore. They've worked themselves up so much. And I'd like a drop of honey in my tea. And the guy's like, no, you can't have honey. Junior, get the honey. That's the guy right there. You can't have honey in your tea. And this guy's like, Junior, get the honey. I'd like a little bit of honey in my tea. It is a funny movie.
It looks like most of the movie is this meeting, them sitting around talking about their food.
Yeah, then they go and they raid the place and they gorge themselves. And this is the next morning after they've gorged themselves, you know. It's a lame 70s movie, but there's that one line, Junior, get the honey. But they were like fantasizing about food, and one of the things was sometimes I suck the jelly out of a jelly donut and then fill it full of chocolate syrup. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. They all like share their little fantasies about food.
Anyway,
that's my little flashback. Fatso, 1980 it was. AC Wraith all over that. Good job, Wraith.
There it is.
Good job, Wraith.
All right, so I will talk to you guys on Monday night, and hopefully
Sunday. Sunday, we got to get together Sunday.
Sunday for the test, but Monday for everybody in the chat and who wants to watch us play Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2. And yeah, there might actually be a fourth. Creation Chaos has said that he would be interested in being our fourth. Teams of 4, right?
Yeah, it's a 4. Yep.
Okay. So we might have a fourth or not. Anything else before we close out the show? I know we didn't talk about New Year's Day. We will probably talk about New Year's Day on the stream, and then we'll probably make an announcement. And we'll do that on Spreaker so you can catch up with us. So if you are only an audio listener for us, you might miss us for a week or possibly 2. But this is a once in every 7 years thing, because we have New Year's Day and Christmas Day both falling on our audio day. So we might only be talking to you in 2020. But don't worry, we will be back in 2020. So anything else before we close out this show, possibly the last show of the year, gentlemen?
No, we covered it all.
All right.
Even Nick.
Cool. Well, on that note, let's close this out. You've been listening to GameHounds, episode 527. We recorded this Wednesday, December 18th, 2019. I've been Edie Sellers, and with me has been Holy Goalie and Nick DiNicola. Ways to get a hold of us: gamehounds.net is our website. Gamehounds@gmail.com is our email. You can listen to us record this show live every week via audio on Spreaker. That's speaker with an R, Spreaker.com. We record Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. We also have a live video feed that we have on YouTube under GameHounds Vids. That's GameHounds VIDS as in videos. We also do our live video on Facebook. Our Facebook page is The GameHounds on Facebook. That Facebook page is updated throughout the week by our very own piss boy, Steve M. Hawk Ortegon. Merry Christmas, dude. Thank you so much for doing that. But it's got news from throughout everything in the video game world on our Facebook page, The GameHounds on Facebook. Also, every single item we talked about has a link. That link is done by our very own piss boy, Steve M. Hawk Ortegon. Sorry. Try that again. AC Wraith is our link bitch. He puts links for everything into our Spreaker feed, our YouTube feed, our Facebook feed, all of that. It is completely him. Thank you so much for doing that. Merry Christmas and thank you, dude. Also, Nick, golly, stop. Also, what else is the last thing I've got? Oh, don't join us next week on Monday, where we'll be doing our play-in for Facebook. Play-in on hopefully Facebook, definitely YouTube, but we will definitely be on our YouTube, and we probably will not have an audio show. Nick, Gully, thank you very much. Also, thank you to our major sponsors for our Patreon page, Michael fucking Underwood and Terry fucking Sweden. Thank you for doing that. If you ever want to sponsor us, patreon.com/GameHounds. Nick, Gully, have a great day. We will talk to you on Sunday/Monday. Have a great week. And if we don't talk to you before Christmas and New Year's, Happy New Year's and Happy Christmas. Thank you so much. Bye. You have to remind me to mute you before we start that.
What do you mean?
All I can hear is you smacking your lips.
He wasn't making any sounds.
You
I was
laughing.
muted. I
You
mute
were
myself.
muted.
He was
Nick,
muted.
You were not.
I was not. No.
And
I'm a
you were making
professional.
all
I know-
these
I know how to
snappy
do
mouth
this.
noises that
Yeah.
were gross.
I know how to do this the correct way.
No, you don't. All right. So, Sunday, I guess we'll meet up. What time do we want to do this test run on Sunday?
I think I'm around all day Sunday, so we can set it up and see what works.
Pick a time so I can be there.
I'm seriously. I'm after Saturday night. I'm
like the other one.
I mean, it might only take 20 minutes to set up and see if it even works at all. You know.
Well, if you're home all day Sunday, let's make it in the afternoon, so that way nobody has to wake up early for this. So let's make this 3 p.m. So we'll meet at noon. We'll have lunch together.
All right, noon 3. Yeah, then I can try to set up the laptop and see if it'll work. And I'm interested in the quality that you're gonna get.
Oh, it's gonna be the video feed is terrible because the only way that I can figure out to do it is to stream onto YouTube, right? Stream onto YouTube our gameplay from the PS4. And then put that stream, here, let me show you.
Into the StreamYard?
Into the StreamYard by going through Chrome. So it would be severely delayed.
Ooh.
Yeah. And if we're doing a StreamYard thing as well, that will be weird because we'll be reacting to things like several seconds ahead of the video.
So
it might be worth it.
Where, if I can find it, what's now? I'm looking for live. See if I can show us live. I'm trying to see if I can.
What service is it that has this thing now that you can play games and you can alternate between the different people's streams? Wasn't that a thing now?
Mixer?
I thought there was
The
a
Microsoft one?
I don't know. I thought there was a way that everyone could stream, then people could kind of flick back and forth between who they were watching. Maybe that's not a
That
thing.
would have to require a switcher of some kind or a third.
Yeah,
I can't. But see, the thing is that I wouldn't be able to play a game because I would have to be switching back and forth.
yeah, no, but I mean, no, I thought
You
there
mean
was
like
some-
users can switch?
users could, yeah.
Like the switch is on the back end.
I thought you could join like a room, right? Everyone streams to this room, and then the users could do that.
AC Wraith says there's a multi-stream option on Twitch.
Yeah, we could do that. So it would be the equivalent of like, I'm trying to put this here, Chrome tab. All right, so this is our live stream that we're doing right now. And it's not that far off.
Oh my god, this is going to very quickly get... Oh, Jesus.
So it's off by about 5 to 7 seconds.
1, 3. Yeah, like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow, this is...
We should have done this a long time ago.
Oh, the inception levels. That's right. Raise your hand and you can see it.
That's right. So let's see how long it takes for it to go for the hand. Okay, Rach.
Okay,
Rach,
1,
Rach, hold
1,000,
on a
2,
second.
1,
We're going to time it. No, we're going to time it. Sam. No. Ready? Stand by.
Okay,
stand
go.
by. Stand by.
Go.
No.
Oh,
I have to get the stopwatch out. Okay, ready?
Okay.
On the mark, get set, raise your hand now. Eight seconds.
Okay. It's oh Jesus, it's still going. It's gonna go for infinity because it will never get to the other side.
No, it won't. Oh, here we go. Squad
Squad
stream.
Hmm.
We will have to look at that. Do we want to take this up? I can stop sharing the screen right now.
Don't ever stop.
Does that mean
Eventually
it
we're
will
gonna reach
start-
this. We're gonna reach the center of the universe. Oh no! You collapsed the hole.
It's
Shit.
still there. Don't worry.
Oh!
It's still going.
The wormhole still exists.
That is kind of cool.
Okay, what
So
is this
I'm
squad
looking
stream?
at.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like-
it's a Twitch thing.
All right, I'm taking this off now.
Oh god.
I can't do that. That's just bad. So what is this? This is how JoJo villains die. AT says. So how do you squad stream? So we need to look into the squad stream thing and figure out what we want to. Maybe we want to use it. I got to.
Okay, I wonder if it's available for the general public. It says it's rolling out to partners first, but that was back in March.
So what is squad stream?
It's basically a feature of Twitch.
For creators to go live and stream together in one window. But can you do squad stream from the PlayStation 4? That's what's important. Because all of this makes sense and is easy to do if we're all playing on PC, but we're all playing on a console, which means that
Yeah.
it has to go through the PlayStation 4 interface to get to Twitch. See, and you have to invite the squad stream, find the quad stream widget on your dashboard, then send an invite to click to add the channel, which we can't do through the PS4.
Let me see.
We might have to just do the PS4 and just have audio. I'd rather have a good quality stream than to have it look like ass and just to see assy faces.
Right, but it makes no point if we can't get to our audience. We've
Well,
got
they
to
can
get
watch
to,
the stream and they can still hear us talk all in the room. That's the thing. So we can get all stupid talking.
right, but and then use that to just do the screen and then just put it to YouTube and put it to our YouTube channel.
Well, you can stream to YouTube right from PlayStation.
Right. So
And then
just
include everybody in the chat room and just we'd have audio. And maybe
the
you could
other alternative is there is the PS4 camera. I've never actually used it.
I don't. Do I have it then?
I have one somewhere, but I don't know
I
how that
have
would
one.
work.
Oh wait, I think I do. Oh man, I've got to go try to dig that out and find it.
Because you can choose to include the PS4 camera into it, but then that would just be me. It wouldn't be you guys,
Oh, yeah.
as far as I know.
Well, let's check that out then. Let's see. So we want a PS4 camera streaming. Multiple camera PS4 multi-camera streaming.
Yeah, it looks like the squad streaming is still only available to partners.
Yeah, this is going to take some serious deep dives to figure out the technical issues of having to get through the PlayStation 4 to get the PlayStation 4 stream into
Or
YouTube.
you take a webcam and you
And
point
then
it at the TV.
also putting that audio. Well, do we need?
That would
Because
be
I'd like to
terrible.
put it through StreamYard so that it can syndicate to Facebook.
Mhm.
So Facebook will not be in sync with YouTube. Obviously, they will be off, but that's
Yeah.
okay if they're off from each other as long as they're synced together on the screen.
Hey, do you happen to have an Elgato capture device?
No.
Because you could take the USB from that and drop it into your computer.
I don't have an Elgato, and Elgatos are not cheap. Well, I don't have any money to buy.
This
spend
60
on
to 60 to 90 bucks, I think.
Does Elgato work for streaming PlayStation 4?
Yes.
Don't.
Yes, it does. It does anything that comes out USB. And you go into the Elgato software and stream to YouTube. Yeah, but I'm trying to think how would you get that
That still wouldn't
into
fix our
StreamYard?
problem.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get it into StreamYard.
Right. That's fixing it on the opposite
Yeah.
end.
How
Once
do you
you're
get-
at that point, that's easy. I could actually just put it to StreamYard
Yeah.
and stream it. It's getting the 3 cameras of us and 1 camera screen of gameplay. So the Elgato is well past that point. We couldn't get that configuration into the Elgato.
Well, what can you share on your screen? What can you share from StreamYard? That's the thing is you're the host. What you can share more than we can. What can you actually share?
I can share anything off of the internet. I can do a screen share.
Oh, I see. So you wanted to do a screen share of the GameHounds vid.
Right.
Oh.
Screen share of the YouTube channel, just like what I just did, a screen share of the YouTube channel. So broadcast
And that's 8 seconds
gameplay
behind.
screen to YouTube.
So that's 8 seconds behind.
a YouTube channel that is not the GameHounds vids channel. Then stream that channel as a Chrome tab onto StreamYard. Like what I just did.
How about if
us streaming each
would
other.
do you think Twitch would be faster if you streamed your PlayStation to Twitch and then did the Twitch on the Chrome?
I think it's 6 and 1/2 dozen the other.
Sometimes Twitch is a little faster. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
I could stream it to Twitch. Doesn't matter if it's Twitch or YouTube or whatever. Just stream it online, live. And
Well,
then
why don't we test both then? Why don't we test Twitch
Well,
and YouTube and see which one
and we'll
looks the
test
best?
both
See which-
methods. It
see
may
which
be
one
that
is faster.
because there's also a question of the audio. Would we include? We wouldn't include the audio in the broadcast because we would want our pictures and our audio synced up with our voices as we're speaking. So we would need to have microphones of some kind to catch our audio. Because otherwise, our mouths would not.
Yeah,
on our
yeah, I get
picture would
that.
not match
Yeah.
what the audio was.
All
Going
right.
on.
So the simplest option is just to get into a chat room and not have cameras and have our audio synced up to the stream, chatting. That would be the simplest one. If we want to get cameras, then it gets a little more difficult.
the simplest way to do it would be that we just put our stream either to YouTube or to Twitch, and then just put it to, and just put it to YouTube. The simplest way would just be take my feed like you normally do when you record and put it to your channel. Just put it to the GameHounds Vids channel, and it's just our voices over a single screen, a regular gameplay.
See what Chaos just wrote. See what Chaos just wrote.
Multi-Twitch lets you make a web page that would have all the people involved, and you could just do that page. But that's, again, I think that's after the point of where we have the technical problem. The technical problem is getting the PS4 stream onto putting it together with our faces. All three of us, not just the person who's doing the broadcasting. I will have to look into that a little bit further.
I mean, at a certain point, we could just give that up and just try to, like Goalie said, just have
just like we normally, like our normal stuff, like when
yeah,
you and
just
I
gameplay
played
with
a way
audio.
out. Right.
Yeah, gameplay
There
with
is
audio.
that. There's always that. But I would really love to see if we can get all three of us showing us actually sitting on our couches.
I just don't
playing
know
the
if that
games
would be
together.
possible without it looking like complete ass.
Yeah. Or
One or
without
the
a much
other.
more elaborate setup.
Yep. Possible. All right. So I'm going to put my head to this and see what kind of technical issues, what kind of solves I can create. And it may be that it doesn't look like ass. It's just delayed.
Yeah.
No way to know till we try it.
So
We'll find out Sunday.
Twitch integration. Yeah. Twitch affiliate, blah, blah, blah. So there is a multi-Twitch. It's just, what is the deal with it,
Well, yeah, if multi-Twitch actually solves the problem. Because remember, most of the people that do Twitch are not Twitching from console. And no matter what the capabilities of Twitch are, I have to go through PlayStation 4's integration into Twitch, not actual... It's a gate I gotta go through that doesn't have all the features that Twitch has.
Well, all right, let me just throw this out there then. What do we have on the PC that we might be able to play together? That's the other thing. Is there something we could play on the PC?
I don't think so.
That would be as fun as that.
Nope.
That way we could all just do it from where we are.
No, there would be nothing that we would be playing together that would be that fun. That I have the capabilities to play because my computer's not really set up except for point and click. So, yeah, I mean, we settled on this. I think this is a good solve. I will try and see if I can create some kind of solution on my end that might make this work.
You might even be able to try it out on your own. Just set up the
Right.
stream and do it and see what it
That's
looks
what I
like.
can do is for the next week, I can sit and try and figure out some solution because the solution's going to have to be on my end.
Yeah.
Since, I mean,
You're gonna have to
assuming
make
that
the
I'm the one
cookies,
that's making, right, I have to make the cookies.
You got to make the cookies. Yeah.
And then, you come over and sit down at your place or, essentially get your camera up and link into the feed. So I have to figure out how to do that, the making things work together and play nicely in a way that it keeps the quality up.
There is a way too. I'm trying to think. I'd probably use my laptop, but you could actually use your phone too, because you can send the link to a phone, so I could stream my camera through a phone too. It wouldn't look as good, but it's an option.
Right, that would make things easier on your end, but still doesn't.
It doesn't help you, yeah.
Fix that, figuring how to get the gameplay onto StreamYard so it goes to our YouTube channel and to our Facebook page. I'll figure it out. And if not, we'll just do it the traditional way of just our voice.
And that still might be fun too, because you can hear everybody.
Yeah.
You know, you really could. You could hear everybody.
Right, but everybody loves our faces.
Well, now they do. Now that they see our faces, you know. But see, this way here, I mean, if we did it with just audio, I could be completely naked. I wouldn't have to get dressed. I could just be myself and just, you know, eat my cookies and not have to worry about dressing up or putting on underwear or anything like that. You know, I could just kind of be me.
Ew.
Stop.
Pass.
Stop. Stop.
In
I'll
all
ju-
your
no.
pure glory.
You just wrecked cookies for me.
All
right. So, yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go eat. Nick's gotta go to work. Gully, you gotta go do whatever
Yep.
you gotta do.
Yeah, I finished work earlier, so I'm tired. So
Nice.
I don't know.
Go lay down.
Yeah, I gotta take a nap so I can have some energy to eat cookies tonight. So, you know, she's gonna make them when she comes home. She's gonna walk in the
Don't you dare, Sharon.
She's gonna
Do
walk
not
in the
make
door.
him cookies.
Wait,
He
wait.
does not deserve it. Only good boys get cookies.
She's gonna walk in the door, right? And this is what's gonna happen. All right, hang on. I'll be like, "Where are the cookies?" I'm gonna be like Scrooge. What is the meaning walking in at this time of day?
Cratchit!
Let's go. Let's make those cookies. And I want them all
Don't make them.
this big. I want them the same size too.
Don't make them. Just don't make them, Sharon. He does not deserve it. All right.
Are we done?
I gotta go eat.
All
I
right,
will
game
talk
on
to you later.
524. Take 2.
See you guys later. Bye. Bye, everyone.